and snare 2, oh no, snare 2, yeah, and then shaker, and then to the shaker again, and then the clap, oh no, yeah, here we go. Hi everybody, my name is Jheronimus Duko, and today I would like to show you 10 ways to route a signal within Ableton Live. The first one is going to be yay! Grouping. So I can select all the channels that I want to have in my group, hit Ctrl G, and here we go. It's as easy as that. If you would like to have your audio immediately routed to the master, you can choose that as well. You can do it over here, Audio 2, and you can go to Master, and now you can see the audio of those channels are going directly to the master. But still, the channels are within the group. Bus channels. Let me just ungroup this. So that's Ctrl Shift G. And now I ungrouped my channels and they're going to the master again. So if I would like to send those channels to another track, so create another track, so I can rename this and I can call it Drum Bus. Drum Bus. Very nice. And now I can route all those channels to the drum bus. So Audio 2, Master, and here it is, Drum Bus. Now you can't hear anything. And that's because I have to set the monitor to monitor in. So monitor in, and there we go. But now when I choose monitor in, you can also hear the audio from section. So I would like to choose no input. So when I have a microphone or something, I don't hear the microphone also through that channel. So here we go. This is a drum bus. When you have an analog mixing console, you send the channel out of the mixing console to a reverb, for instance, and then you route the signal back from the reverb to a return channel, and the audio returns. So within a DAW, this is a little bit strange because you don't send it to anything or return it to anything, it just stays within the DAW. To create a return track, Ctrl Alt T, and there you've got one, and now I've got two because I already set one up. Just let me delete this. Okay, so now I've got return channel A and B, and I always like a fancy color. So, and now you can see when I create one, a send will also show up. So create another one, and there's another send. So now I've got A, B, and C, and sends A, B, and C. And this can be really helpful most of the times for something like a reverb. If I want to put some reverb on my snare, for instance, I can grab reverb and put it on the return. So make it all wet, because this is going to be only my reverb and this is going to be the dry signal. So if I choose this one and solo it, this is the dry signal, and when I send it to my reverb, you can hear the reverb. And of course, when I solo this, you can only hear the reverb. And now, of course, when I would like to use the same reverb for the clap, I can send it to the clap as well. How to use the return tracks from within the drum rack. This is a cool one. Here I've got all the sounds in my drum rack. So, but there are no sounds. How can I use my return tracks? If I go into my drum rack, here I can create a return channel. See? And now there's one return. And another one, and another one if I want to. So I've got my sends over here, and those are my returns. So I can put a reverb straight on my return, make it wet, and now once again you can hear the reverb on my return channel. So still, those are not returns that I created over here. So what I can do, I can say output to return A. And now this one, my channel, my snare channel, goes through my return A with nothing on it, and that will send it to my reverb over here. The next one is going to be how to route the sound from drum rack into multiple audio tracks. So when I create a bunch of audio tracks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. And those are a little bit big. Yeah, here we go. This is better. Give those another color so you can see them red. Really nice. So over here, I've got my kick, kick 2, snare, hat, my beep, snare 2, shaker, and my clap. And I can route them into these tracks. So first we name them. Oh, there we go. Kick. Oh, this is so boring. Kick 2. What again? Yeah, a snare. And then a clap. Oh, clap. Yeah, there we go. I can choose audio from the glitchy Jheronimus Duko drums. And now for each track, yeah, I can say like, I would like to have the kick. I would like to have the kick pre-FX, post-FX, so before or after the FX, or post-mixer, so after the fader. And when I choose post-FX, it's before the fader. And snare. Oh no, and this is so boring again, and I don't like it, and no, I don't want to live anymore, blah, blah. Here we go. Beep, 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 yeah, and snare 2. Oh no, snare 2, yeah, and then shaker, and then to the shaker again, and then the clap, oh no, yeah, here we go. So, and now you can't hear anything. So, what happened? Well, of course, you can hear something through the drum rack itself, but that's why I would like to turn this off or mute the drum rack. And now, for those tracks, I have to choose monitor in again. So, it will listen to the incoming signal. And there it is. Woohoo! Yeah. This can be really helpful as well if I use some third-party plugins with multiple outputs. What if I would like to have all those channels not within the drum rack anymore? Make a bunch of MIDI tracks. Control-Shift-T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've seen 9, so that's better. Yeah. Here we go. And now I can pick those up. So the kick goes over here. And the snare goes over here. And oh, I've got a kick 2. I forgot that. Well, kick 2. Let's see. A clap. Here we go. So, and now when I mute this, you can still hear it. And this is what happened. It only took the MIDI from the kick and only took the MIDI from the snare and so on. The next thing I would like to show you is parallel processing. So we create a track. We can choose the group. Here we go. Put monitor on in so you can hear what goes into the track. And here we go, so you can hear the audio from this track and you can hear the audio from that track. Now you can see it's post mixer, but you can also say post FX. And now when I take the fader down, you can still hear this track, so it's not influenced by my fader. If I select post mixer, the fader influences the sound that goes into this track. So for this, I would like to have post FX or even pre FX. If I don't want to go through all the trouble to make a parallel track, but just do it within the group or within the track itself, if we want to parallel process this, I can hit Ctrl G, and here, this is a chain, and I can call this high pass, and I can make another chain, and I can call that dry. And this is parallel processing as well. And you can also do this with a compressor. This can also be nice if you just want reverb on it without a reverb channel. What you can also do is route your signal out of Ableton and then route it back in Ableton again. And this can be really nice when you would like to use hardware. If I would like to dirty up my drums with my guitar pedals, well, then I can choose external audio effect. So it goes out of the interface channel 3 and 4 and goes back from channel 5, and that's my pedalboard. You saw me doing this in the other video with lo-fi drums. So here we go. I can use an external instrument, and now I can send MIDI out, and I can receive audio in. So the MIDI goes to the TR8 and the audio comes back from the TR8. Another way of using external instrument is routing outputs from something like Contact or another VST which is capable of multiple outputs. Over here I've got my drums, I've got my bass, Fender Rhodes and so on. So now with external instruments I can send my MIDI to the track, and then I can select, like, I would like to have MIDI channel 1, MIDI channel 2, MIDI channel 3, and then I can route my audio from, there's only the external instrument over here, so the MIDI goes to the Contact player and the audio from the Contact player comes back to this channel. So now I can write my MIDI over here and receive the audio of only the bass that is set up here in Contact. In Contact, of course, I have to choose MIDI channel 2 and send it to output 2. But this is not about Contact, so we close that. So here I've got only the drums. And here I've got my bass through the external instrument. There, I've got a little electric piano going on. And here, the last one. Ooh, make it funky. And you can see over here it's all playing through just one instance of contact. Drums. Well, you can see it for yourself. Okay. And last but not least, sidechaining. I think there's a lot of misconception in the world what sidechaining is. Most people nowadays think it's ducking the bass for the kick. Sidechaining is just to let the compressor or the gate or a device listen to something else than the signal that it will process. So when I choose a compressor, I can say like sidechain it, and I can say like, well, I want you to listen to the clap or the kick or the snare, but also when I've got some guitars, I can duck the guitar when the lead singer is singing, or duck the guitar when the other guitar is playing. Sidechaining can also be just the EQ section, so it can listen to something else, an EQ'd signal, instead of the original signal. With that in mind, of course, I will tell you how to sidechain 808. So I choose my kick, and now I have the same options before the FX or after the FX, and before or after the fader. For sidechaining, I prefer the pre-FX option. So I chose the kick, I chose this one. And now here we go, and you can see the compressor just listens to that sound. So every time when this compressor hears this kick, this compressor will turn down the volume. Sidechaining with third-party plugins. So if I would like to sidechain this compressor, I can't sidechain this from this window. I don't know why, but you can't do it. So, to be honest, I don't like this from Ableton. It's kind of unnecessarily hard to sidechain to a third-party plugin. But okay, it can be done, and I will show you how. So, first, what we have to do is just create another track. Sidechain kick. So, and now from this channel, I can say like I would like to have the audio from my kick group. So here we go. Now and I have to put this on monitor in, so it goes in there. But now the audio too, then I have to pass it on to my 808 bass. Now you can see here that it recognizes that I've got a plugin which can listen to a sidechain. So now, here we go. If we drop in another plugin over here, which also is able to sidechain, it recognizes that now I've got two plugins who are capable of listening to the sidechain. So I can select the other one here, and I have to sidechain this. External, please. And now you can see over here it listens to the kick. There we go. So there you have it. 10 ways of routing a signal in Ableton Live. If you learned something or liked it, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.